Hey guys, I'm Matt Johnson with WhoisMatt.com, and this is the new piece of equipment that Konova has sent me. I believe that it is their master pan system, which is a piece of equipment that you attach to your slider, and it lets you mimic using a tabletop dolly. So whereas with a tabletop dolly, for example, let's say that you would put down something, an object, say maybe like if you were doing a ring shot, imagine there's a ring on top of this random jar that I grabbed, and you wanted to do a rotational shot around it to show a different angle of it. Well, with tabletop dolly, you'd have to set it up, hope it's the right level, hope that your surface is flat completely, and then you'd have to rotate. And if you're shooting a wedding, you really don't have a ton of time to do that. So what Konova has come up with is something they call the master pan, which is an attachment for your Konova slider that lets you mimic the tabletop rotational abilities and lets you focus while rotating your camera. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna take this away now because we do not need that. And they've sent me, I believe, two different sizes. I have a 150 centimeter Konova slider and a 80 centimeter Konova slider, so I think they sent me both. That's why the box is so long. But yeah, let's do an unboxing and check this thing out, shall we? Always be safe. Make sure you cut away from you. You understand. Okay, so let's see, that's there. That's there. So we're just gonna fold this open. Look at these edges folded down. Oh, okay, yeah, they did send me two sizes. That's great. So first of all, we have the instruction manual. It's got a setup guide, and they sent me some Q-tips too, which is nice for something. I'm sure we'll check that out in just a minute. Only one instruction manual for both. I'm sure it's fine. So this is over here. Let's get this thing out here. There's padding. That's good. Huge fan of good padding. There's padding on both sides. That's good. But this, I believe, is the track that goes on top of your current Konova slider track for you to be able to get the movement that you want. And they also sent me the 150 centimeter one, so I've got two different tracks here. As you can see, the 150 centimeter is substantially larger than the 80, but that's just basic math, so you probably already understood that. Let's see what's in these bags, shall we? Is this a good enough angle for you guys right here? All right. Oh, this is nice. It kind of flips open. That's cool. Get this out of the way. And inside here, we have more stuff. This is the master pan. And there's nothing else in the bag. Okay, good. So let's open this thing up. I think they might have sent me two different sizes. Let's just see here. This is, oh, that is cool. Okay. Let me see if I can explain this to you here so you know what you're looking at, because it's not super clear to me. But I think, oh, that is cool. Okay, so this thing is going to attach onto the top of the slider. I don't know if it's going to be this angle or this angle, but I do know that there is this rotation occurring. And as you can see, I can just push on this thing and it rotates very slowly. It's incredibly smooth. You can tell that they have some really nice bearings in here that are controlling it. So basically, I can put this on top of the slider, mount my camera to the top here, clearly, and set it to rotate, and it's gonna slowly rotate my slider, the head, so I can get a smooth parallax motion. Very cool. So there's that. This is the KMP 80, so this might actually be for the 80 centimeter slider, or maybe it just fits for both. I'm not an expert on this stuff yet. Let's see what's in here. Here is a smaller bag. Okay, this is one of the end points, I believe. I think this goes on the end of the slider. I'm not an expert on this, like I said. Gonna check the instructions later. This is, I believe this goes and screws into the end of the slider. So you'd screw it in the end of the slider, and I think there's one for each side. It has these different measuring points on it, so you can actually tell it where you want it to go. and you can lock it down into place. And you have different angles here, so you can actually adjust. And so you can have it angled just so that you can fine tune exactly how much rotation you want to get from this. That's my theory anyways. Let me open up this. I think this is going to be the other end of it. Okay, I was right. Yes. I love being right about these things. Sometimes I get new equipment and I'm like, I do not know how this works. But this, pretty obvious. So same exact thing, one for each end. And the nice thing is that this is going to fit all the K series, so it's going to fit my Konova 80, my Konova 150. If you have a Konova K series, you're basically guaranteed that this is going to work for it. So I love that interoperability. That's wonderful. Let me make sure that I understand that right. I'm going to look at the instructions really quick here, see if we can explain anything. English, love it. Let's see here. So it's called the panning mount. There's the panning mount. And there's the end mount. And the wrench and swabs, yes. And the guide bar. So you can have it do inward panning for parallax effect, tracking shots, and outward panning for panoramic effect. So tracking shots is just typical slider. Inward panning and outward panning lets you do some cool stuff that if you really wanted to shoot something and have it be consistent, this is incredibly helpful for that. So yeah, pretty straightforward explanations. First thing here, I love pictures. Wonderful, so you can set it up for, it shows you how to do it for just basic setup, and then for inward panning for parallax effect and outward panning for panoramic effect. And yeah, pretty cool. So I'm going to be working on this thing. I'll be putting it together and reviewing it. I've got a wedding coming up pretty soon, so I'll be shooting with it. So I am looking forward to it. But if you have any questions, please leave me a comment or email me on my website, WhoisMatt.com. And I hope to have a review for you guys really soon. Have a good day.